Hiring a tax attorney. In this short video, we're going to cover how to go about hiring a tax attorney. When should you hire a tax attorney for solving IRS tax issues? There are 4 scenarios where you definitely need a tax attorney: tax relief, an audit, a criminal investigation, and tax court. Tax relief. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes and you cannot afford to pay in full, you need to at least consult with a tax lawyer. Once you owe $10,000, the IRS can start filing tax liens and tax levies on your property. Tax liens not only put you at risk of losing your property, but also have devastating effects on your personal and business credit. Tax audit. If you're facing an IRS or state tax audit and there are issues with your tax returns and you're not sure that you can explain, you need the knowledge, strategy, and advice of a tax attorney. Don't worry about the IRS thinking you have something to hide because you hire a tax lawyer to represent you. IRS and state auditors actually prefer to deal with tax professionals because it makes their job easier. IRS auditors are assessed by how many cases they close, not by how much money they collect. Tax lawyers know exactly what auditors need to close a case and don't take it personally or get emotional during audits. Criminal investigation. If the IRS's Criminal Investigation Division is investigating you, you need a tax attorney. The IRS doesn't play to lose. In 2015, the IRS started 3,853 criminal investigations and 80.8% of the defendants were sentenced to prison. In case you were wondering, the average sentence was 40 months. Tax court. The United States Tax Court gives taxpayers a forum where they can dispute a tax assessment of the IRS. You can go without a lawyer, particularly if the dispute is over a small amount. If the case is over a substantial tax debt, you need a tax attorney representing you. You can be sure the IRS will have a team of tax attorneys on their side of the aisle. You may also want to hire a tax attorney to help with the following. Business tax. Before the IRS audits your small business, make sure you eliminate potential problems. Tax attorneys not only have a clear understanding of federal and state business laws, they also know how business law intertwines with tax law and how it affects your personal and business tax liability. They can help negotiate and settle with the IRS and keep up to date with the tax code so you can stay ahead of changes in tax law. Payroll tax. Payroll or employment tax can be a particularly thorny problem for businesses. If you don't pay, or don't pay in a timely manner, or pay an incorrect amount, a detailed tax audit is a near certainty. There's also the fact that tax debt is forever. Not even bankruptcy can discharge employment or property taxes. Business operations. How you set up your business, sole proprietorship, partnership, or limited liability has serious legal and tax consequences. A tax attorney, particularly one who is a CPA or has an accountant on his team, can help you make the most tax-efficient decision. Estate planning. Wills, trusts, and probate are all complicated issues. An attorney with expertise in both estate planning and tax can help identify the best tax opportunities and options for your estate. How can a tax attorney help with solving your tax problems? There are 3 good reasons you should use a tax attorney instead of a certified public accountant or an enrolled agent. Negotiations. A seasoned tax attorney knows what deals the IRS can and cannot accept. They're specifically trained to resolve conflicts, design agreements, and determine a proper resolution to difficult situations. This is particularly important during tax relief settlements. Although detailed rules regulate tax relief programs, a lot depends on the negotiating skills of your tax representative. Legal. Tax lawyers are familiar with IRS procedures and know how to navigate its bureaucracy. Having a tax attorney in your corner immediately neutralizes the intimidation factor the IRS holds over you. If you have something to hide, most taxpayers do, a tax attorney can help you keep a lid on past tax indiscretions. Confidentiality. One of the most important benefits a tax attorney offers that an accountant cannot is the attorney-client privilege. The information you share with your lawyer is confidential. The IRS cannot force your tax attorney to testify against you. What are the benefits of hiring a tax attorney? Hiring a tax attorney gives you peace of mind of knowing you're not taking unnecessary risks with your financial and personal freedom. Facing the IRS is like defending yourself from criminal charges. If the stakes are high, you need a lawyer to represent your interests. Without the experience, knowledge, and legal training of a tax attorney, you're at a great disadvantage. A tax attorney will increase your chances of getting approved for a tax relief program and will protect you from oversharing with the IRS when sending financial documents in a correspondence audit or answering questions during a field audit. How can a tax attorney help? Having a law degree is not enough to be considered a tax attorney. Check if the tax attorney has passed the state bar and is licensed to provide legal representation before the IRS. Tax attorneys must also obtain a Master's of Law in Taxation or a certificate as a tax specialist from a state bar association. How to find a good tax attorney. Choosing an attorney is an important move. Don't rush to retain the first tax attorney you meet. Be sure to interview attorneys carefully and find someone that makes you feel comfortable and has the qualifications you require. To find the right tax attorney, look for tax lawyers who work for a tax relief firm that are licensed by the IRS to train tax professionals. An attorney who is licensed to practice law in your state. This is not the same as admission to a state bar. Specialization and experience in the necessary field. Admission to federal courts as required. Choose an attorney who can explain clearly and specifically what they can and cannot do, what's required of you, the expected outcome, an estimate of the overall cost, including upfront payments, payment options, and payment schedule. To speak with a senior tax professional, call 855-940-1414. Find out for free what tax relief programs you qualify for. Thanks for watching this video about hiring a tax attorney.